Hello, out here in Rowtor Rocks today. This is Southern Gritstone. I know it's a bit too warm to be climbing on this surface. However, we have to seize the initiative and try to make the most of the opportunity presented. And today what we're going to do is try to see how many climbs I could do in the 7s range and above. So that's 7A and above. I think I should be able to do at least more than 5. That's my objective for today. Step by step, try to put the gains on display. Make sure that I'm not pretending, but I'm actually sending. Because these biceps are made for flexing, but also for application processes that enable me to exhibit the adaptations I need to make it to the top of every single climb. So let's go. It encompasses very good, excellent body tension to start. And basically you're snapping around from a sloper into a jog. Because it's quite greasy, the conditions make the particular swing quite hard. However, with adequate positioning and catching the hold correctly, it's very much possible. So this is the finger where this is the climb where I end up injuring myself. So if you watch carefully now in detail, you'll see exactly what happened. Yeah, man. Oh. Oh, ow. Oh. Hey, so I thought I'll update you on today. Man managed to get injured. Basically, I got hyperextended in one of the climbs. My hand was properly in a slot, and I jumped and dynoed and it basically bent backwards. So it feels like the ligament's a bit very swollen right now. I still probably climb, but I have to be very careful about the sort of holds I'm holding, the intensity and the speed. So what I'm trying right now is yoga hypnotist. The crux seems to be near the top though, interestingly enough. Yeah, so when I sent the problem originally about 2 years ago, I actually ended going in my left. I didn't even look at the beta before I sent it. I found this video on my phone. It was like deep in the archives.
Keep the feet good,
way
man.
After. But the reason I say it's 7B is because they're doing like a 1-4 campus.
Big breaths.
But there are different variations of the line depending on how you do it.
Come on, Faz. Come on. Come on. That's it now. Pull up. Pull up.
Yes!
Come on, Faz.
Right, so this climb is this basic compression block starting off. It's just really squeezing with your right and left hand. It's not very finger intensive, to be honest, because the holes are relatively nice, relatively positive. So it's a lot to do with body positioning. But what makes this climb stand out for me is the top out, because of the way everything is positioned with the trees and the branches, and because of the height and the conditions I was climbing in. It makes it like a particularly hard challenge. Want to overcome with the greatest amount of bravery and courage. And to be honest, I shouldn't have even been climbing right now with my broken finger, which got diagnosed a week later. So that yoga hypnotist climb thrust me out silly, fam. It had me incinerated to the bare bones. The top was basically a big tree, which was adding probably felt like 20 kilograms of resistance to your face as he tried to mantle it. So in the end, unless I cut the tree, of course some geological infrastructure developmental damage to those trees and their neighboring environment, it was very sketchy to top out. So I tried to get my closest as I could. So now moving on from that area with this injury, I'm gonna try and see if I could do this other 7A. Right, so today's come to an end. I did set myself the target of trying to do as many sevens and above as possible. In the end, I'm just grateful to still be climbing. I basically snapped my finger backwards, but it feels okay, for half crimping, just about. So I was trying compression-y problems, and in these conditions where it's really hot, climbing on grit probably isn't ideal. But it was good to have a session outdoors either way, in nature. Just collaborating and synergistically applying all your strengths, your technical and mental physical attributes, and encompassing all of these in one single metric, and universally applying this on the rock, some of the greatest way to attain the gains. So I'm grateful for that. Hopefully should be able to come back down here again in the future or different similar territories and see if you'll carry on attaining some level of gains. But sometimes in life you have these difficult momentary experiences and you got to learn from them and grow. One door opens, another opens in terms of your training and your development, so no excuses, never back down, keep going. So injured myself right in this hold here. As I was going up, I propelled myself and it snapped backwards like that. I basically got stuck and I was kicking through that foot block there. Coming back to it, I can see how that could happen, but it's a freak situation, to be honest. It could affect everyone. So update on the injury. Still nowhere near 100%. It's been about 3 weeks now, to be honest. It's been good, refreshing training different forms of exercises and expressing myself in a slightly different way. It's quite nice actually to break the training cycle and implement new philosophies, disciplines and principles of training, as opposed to just doing the rudimentary, mundane, repetitive training. So when you add a bit of variety, it makes more of a difference sometimes. Not always, because you're training elements which you wouldn't normally train, which is what makes you better long term in something else, because it allows you to apply skills from a different domain into your key domain. So in the garden right now, I've got different equipment and stuff over the years. So proper old school stuff, old school training. But it's good because it doesn't really overstrain the finger. Even if I'm kicking the bag for cardiovascular exercises, it has good level of importance of fitness. I can obviously lightly start loading my finger with some very light endurance, so when I don't lose the fitness, I then do more core exercises at the same time to still have strength. Right, so few weeks on from my injury, my fingers have been healing slowly. I've just come out today to basically just do very light adventure based climbing, just finding things. I like going for like a hike, and obviously if I see a bit of rock I'll try and climb it, but obviously I'm not going to try and aggravate my right two fingers. So the recovery has been going good, but any form of aggravation whenever I'm trying to climb or even dead hang, I end that session completely. So I'm trying to gauge pain as an indicator towards how injured I actually am. Yeah, I've been taking my supplements and stuff and things are looking good right now. So if I just like walk through the ice cracks carefully, I try to manifest gains within the avenues where the ultimate specimen could be the most strong, then for sure I should be back to full strength soon.
J'osais envahir mes pensées. Oh là là, l'amour, la liberté, la mort.
You're just you're manipulating your body one way to another.
La liberté,
My hands not doing anything, it's my feet.
la mort et la beauté.
Is that right?
Yeah, that was dodgy, man. Doing that again.
Put your toe in that way, you're going to fall that way, you'll break your toe, bro.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if I could move my left hand to move.
Try bring your right foot here.
Chaleur de la Méditerranée.
Where? Here.
Yeah. Now can you come up like with the left heel up?
Envahir.
Yeah.
That's it, now get a left heel.
Now, right foot on one of them chips.
And then can you bring your right foot hand over to the left?
Right hand over to the right.
Yeah, but try and get a bit more laybacky with the left. Maybe a right foot under your left.
No, I can't really move from there, to be honest. But these two.
Maybe with the right foot where you left, yeah, but you need your right foot closer to where your left foot was, basically. So yeah, match your feet.
I need my right foot to go somewhere.
Get your right foot where your left is and then put your heel round your right. There you go.
Oh, like that.
There you go.
Slap foot. Come on, down, then high rock over. Paste the left smear on the hump. Bring your left foot as high as you can.
Where your knee is now.
Yeah,
there you
right,
go.
come on.
Oh, cool.
And then the top. Yeah,
Stop out's a bit sketchy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
we've
take
got
your
it.
time. Use your feet fine. You've got a nice right foot now. a bit higher. Work your left foot, get a lot of weight onto your right foot now.
Get your body over the top. Left hand little slap. Yeah, come on.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Fuck! Woo.
The hardest climb I've ever done in my life.
Gritstone topper.